ain't gonna lie, this shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy, man. Like, we really just getting walked out right now, bro. Like, I didn't think that the 10,000 people be our badges and taking our best and making us hand over our best, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy, man. Like, we really just getting walked out right now, bro. Like, I didn't think that the 10,000 people be.
All right, Shalom. This is Howard One by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Ka Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Hawashai, by Hashem, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Yeah, man, you got multiple and mass job cuts going on, man. I'm gonna read this article that will kind of explain part of the reason why a lot of these job cuts, these tech corporations, and these technocrats are cutting off employees. So let's read it. It says, and this is from BBC News. It says, what is behind the big tech companies' job cuts? All right, so what's behind it? Why is this happening? All right, so let me take a screenshot. All right, it says, what is behind the big tech companies' job cuts? So why is it happening? All right, look at Eve. We got Eve up there with a box and a sign that say fired. Okay, what it say on the paper? Fired. Oh, wow. I ain't even see this picture here. But anyway, that says a lot, man. Just that picture. But it says fired. All right. That's deep, man. The first sign of job cuts at Amazon came from LinkedIn posts from laid off employees, man. Then Amazon's devices boss named Dave Limp announced, it pains me, this is his quote, it pains me we will lose talented Amazonians from the devices and services organization. Across the tech industry, at firms like Twitter, so it's not just Amazon, Twitter, Meta, Coinbase, and Snap, and these are all intellectual properties. It says workers have announced they are seeking new opportunities. Basically, got fired. Either that, or they cut their hours down. Worldwide, more than 120,000 jobs have been lost, according to the layoffs for your information website, which tracks tech job cuts. Different firms cut employees for different reasons, but there are common themes. See, everybody had their reasons, but this is a theme that's being pushed right now. Check this out. As our lives were moved online, see, during the pandemic, everybody had to go online because it was at home. It was a time when they had the lockdowns. You start seeing all the celebrities and entertainers all online, doing the shows from home. Everything went digital. Esau finally found a way to pull everybody to the internet. A lot of jobs are going online, the delivery jobs, right? Delivery apps. And apps like Uber, you know. So a lot of the jobs are online as well. But during that lockdown, um, yeah, I remember you go to the pawn shop or to the store to try to buy a laptop, and there was no laptops. Everybody was looking for work from home. So that's when the scenario started kicking off for this. That's when the deception kind of happened, giving a false hope to the people that everything is all right. As our lives were moved online during the pandemic, the tech giants, that's what they call them, tech giants, businesses were booming. All right, their businesses were booming because everything was online, and executives believed the good times for them would continue to roll on. So they thought it would keep going. Meta, Meta, which is basically Facebook and Instagram, through Mark Zuckerberg, all right, Edomite. Meta, for example, took on more than 15,000 people in the first 9 months of this year, right? I saw Amazon was hiring, man. I was going to apply for them too. Someone was like, nah. It was like, everybody getting on there. I saw a commercial the other day. That's crazy. I saw this commercial. I saw this commercial 2 days ago. And it was so inviting, you know, because now the guy I heard speaking, what he said was, he said, oh, yeah, he works at Amazon. It was a commercial. And he said, yeah, my pay has been increased 3 times. And they're like, come work at Amazon. And, you know, start your career. Basically saying there's no ceiling. You can move up. You'll get a raise more than 3 times. And, you know, it's like, wow, this is it. It's like the dream job. But only a fool will want a job, you know. I would say only a poor man would want a job. And that's what predicament we're in. Some of us can step outside the matrix and start their own business. But even then, you still got to pay Esau taxes. If you don't have to pay taxes, you got to pay a mortgage. If you have to pay a mortgage, you got to pay some type of rent, you know. Or the loans, you got to pay those back. Either way, the tech giants are running things. The industrial giants are running everything. And they're 90%, on probably 100% Edomites. Look at Kanye showing information that the Khazars, the Edomite Jews, are running everything, man. Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right? It says, now executives announcing cuts have said they miscalculated. I made the decision to significantly increase our investments. Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg told Meta employees as he laid off 13% of them. Sheesh. I think Amazon is laying off 3% of their company right now. Unfortunately, this did not play out the way I expected. That's all they got to say, man. Hey, sorry, y'all. Sorry, folks. Show's over. This did not play out the way I expected. All right. Now, with that being said, what does it say? It says, last week, in a span of less than 24 hours, my husband and I were both laid off. Damn. 2 incomes in the household, both laid off. So she was a Lyft driver probably, or doing something with Lyft and Twitter. All right, so they got fired from both. Deep, man. It was a hard day, but there's no one I'd rather share his or her, his or her layoffs with than Mr. Oh my God. I know we'll be back on our feet soon. Shit. All right. This thing is only going to get worse because we're in the midst of a falling economy. In America. So it's pressure from above, pressure below, pressure below. When there's no pressure above, there's no pressure below. When there's pressure above, everybody gonna feel it below. As the economy ran into trouble, many firms slashed their online advertising budgets. Okay, because yeah, there was a time where they were saying, hey, all you content creators, people that putting videos out, hurry up and put videos out because these companies, the corporations got billions of dollars invested in their advertisement and promotions. So if you want to make money, you become a content creator. That's about to end soon too. In the financial technology sector, rising interest rates have also hit companies, man. See the interest rates with the feds, right? So it was called hyperinflation. Pressure above, pressure below. As America falls and those European bankers, especially with the Federal Reserve, they lower or raise interest rates, right? They usually lower interest rates to encourage spending, or they raise the interest rates to slow down spending, calling themselves slowing down the economy. All right, raise the interest rates means to raise prices. So it's also slowing down employment. I'm gonna read this last part and get some scriptures. It's been a really and disappointing quarter of earnings for many of the big tech companies. What about the people? Said technology analyst Paolo Pescatore of PP Foresight. No one is immune to this disappointment in their earnings at their companies. Even Apple has signaled caution, with Chief Executive Tim Cook saying the firm was still hiring, but only on a deliberate basis. Amazon attributed its job cuts to an unusual and uncertain macroeconomic environment, forcing it to prioritize on what matters most to customers, man. See, they can cut down Amazon can cut down on a lot more, I'm sure. They're partying and shit. Jeff Bezos, he's like the richest man on earth. All you see is him partying and doing crazy shit. But there's a lot more they can cut down on instead of cutting people's jobs, I'm sure. All right. As part of our annual operating planning review process, we always look at each of our businesses and what we believe we should change. All right, so yeah, I think that's it on this, man. Cut the bloat. That's what they calling people, bloat. Cut the excess waste. In an open letter to Alphabet, parent company of Google and YouTube, that's the name of it, Alphabet, huh? That's the one that wrote that, the parent company to Google and YouTube. Activist, investor, all these names, man, these titles. Sir Christopher Hahn urged the firm to slash jobs and pay. Alphabet had to be more disciplined about cost, he wrote, and cut losses from projects like it's self-driving car company. See, they can take money from that, pull away from that. Instead, they rather get rid of the humans and bring in the robots. That's the goal. That's what they want to do. It costs them less money, costs them less insurance. All right. Elon Musk is certainly of the view that there's room to cut costs at his latest investment, Twitter, which has struggled to either turn a profit or attract new users, man. So yeah, man, it's a pretty interesting article off of BBC News. Wow. Uh, it says the scoop. Elon Musk just sent an email to all staff outlining Twitter 2.0, writing it will need to be extremely hardcore, long hours, high intensity. Man, they about to put some hell on these people at these jobs, man. I said, if you want to work here, you gotta be a slave, basically. Like literally, hardcore. Damn, they're dying at work. They gonna say, "Oh, you can't handle it? Okay, we're bringing the robots." You know, people need to click yes to confirm being part of this by 5 p.m. Else they get 3 months severance. Damn. Hey, if you're gonna work here, it's gonna be like hell. Sweatshop. What do you call that? Third world country and shit. Writing it will be writing to Twitter 2.0. Writing it will need to be extremely hardcore. Talking about working there, man. Extremely hardcore. Long hours and high intensity. We trying to kill these damn people, man, at these jobs. Yeah, this is a good article here, man. Kind of want to read the whole thing. I might save it for later. All right, so yeah, man, it's going down. They said dark winter. This is Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, man. Whether they try to, they're not going to admit it out in the open that they're ruling, man. And that's what they're all trying to gain, a seat of power. Jeff Bezos is named the richest man on earth. And he firing people. There's no other ways around it, you know? That shows that they don't care about the people, man. They call them useless eaters, sheeple. The rich rule over the poor. See them Edomites. And they ruling over the poor. It's not an equal agreement, you know? If you're making under a certain amount per year, per month, you're basically poor. They cutting out the middle class. They gonna have the rich, the super rich, the tech giants, the industrial giants. But then they're gonna have the poor. That's it. All right. So the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. All right. They're trying to keep everybody in that borrowing state, in that seeking a job mindset. Need a job. I need a job. That's the trap. And that's what I want out of too. And the way to do that is to turn to the Lord first and seek the kingdom, seek a new heaven and new earth, but also get some type of certification, and also start your own business. Right? So, and the borrower is servant to the lender. See that? Become servants to him. And that's what he's saying. Hey, it's going to be hard work. And working all day, rigorously, with speed. And you better not cry about it, or they're going to give them 3 months severance pay, meaning they fired. So the rich is ruling over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. They not their damn friends. They see this dude Jeff Bezos and all these Elon Musk that think they cool and they friends because they see them acting all nice on TV and shit. They don't care about these people, man. They don't care about their well-being and how many miles they got to feed at home. They don't care about your children. Because that's what's affecting in these households. And the borrower is servant to the lender, man. And Jake has become the borrower. That's the position we're in. We came over here with nothing in slavery. Put in a position of servitude under Esau. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity. All right, so now I'm gonna get this real quick. That's part of the curses. Like that first video that I was just playing, the brother was bugged out. He was like, yeah, man, they firing us, man. They taking away our jackets. They taking away our vests. He was shocked, had no answers, cried for wine in the streets. He said, they're taking away our vests. Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Look at this guy, Jeff Bezos, man. Super rich, giant. All right, so they got it very high. That's them being lifted up. In their heaven, you know, their heavenly state. While we rummage through the fire, which is the affliction and adversity. This is hell for us, for Israelites. You got some rich Jakes, but it's a cost that comes with that. Look at Kanye West. He said his mother got sacrificed. You know, different celebrities. And thou shalt come down very low. And he shall lend to thee. See, we have become the borrower. And Esau is the lender. So we become in the servant position. Slaves. And he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. I mean, you go up to the very top of these rich folks, you're going to find an Edomite. You most likely, 90% of the time you go to these jobs, you meet the manager, it might be a Jake, or a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, but above them, it's going to be an Edomite. Guaranteed. Hey, here's the owner. It'd be Esau. Or you meet the top guy, you think it's him, and he'd be like, nope, here's the owner, here's the boss. It'd be an Esau again. So they running everything, they ruling everything. You know, we knew that back when we was in school, in middle school, when you would go to these Ivy League schools, these Edomite schools, and then you go to the public schools or the neighborhood schools or the ghetto, urban schools. We had trash books, man. Our textbooks was all ripped apart. We didn't have the same literature they had. They were advancing them ahead of us, man. That's their whole goal. So it's always been this way. It's nothing new. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail, man. See that? So that's a curse on our people. But it's about to be over. All right, a new heaven and a new earth, a new high and a new low is about to be established on this earth. The Lord's going to flip this upside down kingdom. He's going to flip it right side up. And we're going to be on the top, and they're going to be on the bottom. And it's not going to take money to do that. All right? The Lord is just going to exalt us. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, until thou be destroyed. And we will destroy with slavery. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. All right? So that happened. We were destroyed. And now it says what? And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, man. So if our people ever get out of line, the Lord said these curses are going to come upon our people. And each time And every kingdom that we went out, we got, we became wicked. The Lord brought these curses on us. All right, to where we would be the borrower, and Esau would be the lender. So it means what? Esau is living out their blessing, according to Genesis 20:27. He's gonna gain the fatness of the earth, the riches of the earth, the greatness of the earth. All right, this guy is the richest man on the planet, owning Amazon. Deep. And that's what they do with their money. You know, so they think these rich Edomites are their friends, and they're not. Sirach 13 and 18. What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? There'll never be peace between the rich man and the poor man. They see themselves as two different levels. The poor man is always looking for something from the rich man, or looking like, hey, you don't want to help me, or looking at a competition and want to take your spot. And the rich man is always looking to use the poor, or to get rid of the poor so they can just thrive, being rich. But if everybody were rich, then there would be no poor. A wild ass is the lion's prey, right? The Lord set it up that way, man. Everything by twos, you know, in reflection of each other. You got negative, positive, right, left, up, down, you know. And you got the prey and the predator. As the wild ass is the lion's prey, and Esau, the devil is going about seeking whom he may devour. All right, so the Lord said, what? Come out of her, my people. Get your mind out of this place. You're going to work, but don't have your mind all bugged out when it happens. When they fire everybody from their job, you should be like, oh, okay, this is supposed to happen. We know what the will of the Father is, what Yahweh is. What his will is to destroy this place. And with that, he said he's going to bring this place down to the dust first. Bring it down low, put it in darkness. So knowing that, we know that the economy is going to crash. The dollar is going to be null and void. There's going to be famine, no food. There's going to be plagues out here. There's going to be lockdowns. We know these things, you know. You know, those that are watching. It says, what? As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, and this is the wilderness we're in, so the rich eat up the poor. Just like a lion eating up a damn donkey, helpless. As the proud hate humility, so doeth the rich abhor the poor. So they really hate poor people. Deep, right? The rich people, the rich Edomites, they really hate Jake. All right, let me get this. Sirach 13 and 2. Burden not thyself above thy power while thou livest. Right? Don't be signing up for these jobs where they're like, you're gonna be working hardcore. You got to work rigorous hours, and you got to at a fast, super fast pace. And if you don't want to do that, then we're gonna give you the severance pay. I'll take the severance pay and take my daily bread, man. As long as I can pay my bills. If I can't do that, I'll try to start my own business. If I can't do that, then that must mean that the damn economy is about to crash, and everybody's gonna be on the same playing field soon. So burden not thyself above thy power, right? Trying to sell out to these Edomites and these corporations while thou livest, man. Don't sell out, man. You know, don't burden yourself. If they tripping over here, go over here somewhere else. A job, you know, employment is employment. Anyway, I don't get into that job stuff. But yeah, work is work. It is what it is. But you ain't got to slave for nobody. You don't have to dive in water full of rats just to get a $500 check. You know what I mean? Have some dignity. That's what the Lord's saying. Burden not thyself above thy power while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. So you gotta watch them, man. These super huge companies, corporations, where you're just a number. All right. For how agree the kettle and the earthen pot together? For if the one be smitten against the other, it shall be broken. See, that's the two, everything made by twos. You know, the hyena and the dog, the lion and the donkey, the rich and the poor. So, just like the pot, a metal pot or iron pot, and a pot made of clay. The pot made of clay would be the poor. The pot made of iron would be the rich. They're more fortified. You bang them against each other, the clay pot is going to shatter. All right, so they just like they're doing with Kanye. They're trying to make him poor. Well, they showed that he is more poor than they are. He said he had 5 billion or something like that. Whatever it was. Now he's down to 100 something million. That's still a lot more than a lot of us. But whatever billions Kanye had, these Edomites, they showed him that they got more power than that. They're talking like 127 billion just to one person. This guy here, Jeff Bezos, richest man on the planet. You know, they got this whole cancel culture that they're manipulating. So they want him to be poor and trying to keep Kanye in that state. So when they do come up against these rich elites, they'll be broken or just broke. All right. The rich man have done wrong, right? They're doing a lot of wrong behind the scenes and out in the open, and yet he threateneth with all. So even to this day, they're like, yeah, we're going to fire you. The poor is wronged. See, it's wrong to do them that way. And he must entreat also, right? Because they move with entreaties, like please or can you hire me? But the rich man is like, no, you're going to do this and that. I don't need you. You're just a number, irreplaceable. If thou be for his profit, see, it's all about their profit. And right now, the companies are losing by having so many people on the ship, on their boat. All right, they're starting to take in water. So they're like, sorry, buddy, you got to drown. We got to start counting some heads here. Hey, Jimmy, you first. You got to jump off. Megan, sorry, you got to go. I was like, hey, man, what about you, though? This is my boat. That's Esau, man. And if thou be for his profit, that's why they care about his money. He will use thee. So he's using these people, man. Hired all of them. You just think, yeah, Amazon looking out for everybody, giving them jobs. No, the more employees, that's tax write-off, and also more money for the company. It was thriving, they said. But then they realized, like, oh, wow, they're actually losing money by paying so many employees. Deep, man. So they're going to put harder work on them. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee, man. He's going to use useless eaters. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. So ain't nothing you can help him with. You know, become a problem to these rich. They will forsake these. It's like, hey, you done. You fired, job cuts. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. right? So if you rich like him, or if you got some money, or you benefit in the company, he gonna, it says, live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear, man, and will not be sorry for it. They're not sorry. It will strip you bare, man, of everything, of even your hope. That's what Esau do. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee. Look at the look at the sign, the symbol in the background. Amazon symbol is a damn smile. We know that Esau's gang sign. That damn smile, man. Same way they got the Native Americans, the Gadites. He will deceive thee. See, the devil. That's what the word diablos or deceiver means. All right, or a devil means. It means to deceive. All right. He will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. Give you a false hope that this is it, you made it. And Jay like, I made it. Yeah, I think they made it. You had, I remember growing up, all you heard was, how does it feel that you made it? Now that you're in the music industry, or now that you're in the movie star, and I never thought I would make it. Like, I always wondered, like, what the hell is making it? You still got a life to continue. Made it out of poverty? You never hear Esau talking about, I made it. You know? I always had a dream of making it one day. Making it what? What are you talking about? Where? We have a dream of making it to the kingdom. That's different. But once you get all those riches, now you got to keep those riches. That's the thing. The Esau know where the trick is at. You get them while they're trying to get the riches, and then you get them while they're trying to keep the riches. You know? And if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. And people thought they had a nice, strong job, and they can go hide again and just go be wicked in the world. But the Lord said, even the price, it was the 2 Ezra 15, goods shall be so cheap that people shall think themselves to be in good case. Well, he said, even then shall evils grow upon the earth, bad things. So even hyperinflation. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? Like, what you want? What would you like? When he needs you, he sign the contracts, he give you that front money. You come onto the job, they say, we got the job benefits, we got these hours, we got flexible hours. We got positions over here, and this is easy work, you'll see. You can retire, 401k. The employee package, the slave package. All right. So he said, what wantest thou? How can I help you? And he will shame thee by his meats, man, until he have drawn thee twice, Salaki, and he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. And at the last, fool me once, fool me twice. And at the last, he will laugh thee to scorn afterward. That's what them rich folks do. They get up and laugh about it. He's not sitting in some corner crying, saying, oh man, I had to fire these people. No. They look at themselves as giants, and the people are just sheep. All right, chattel. He will laugh thee to scorn afterwards. When he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. All right, what the hell is jollity? Let's look this up. Look up jollity real quick. Yeah, because people got their minds, their head, like Pastor Hara would say, they got their head stuck up their ass. And then when something happened, they're like, oh man, look at this, y'all. They're taking our vest away. They got us lined up. They taking our jobs. I ain't think it was gonna be like this. When he said 10,000 people fired, I ain't think it was gonna be us. Look at this, y'all. They putting handcuffs on. Look at this, y'all. They putting us in concentration camps. Look at this. They trying to say they ain't gonna believe it. The whole step of the way. They still gonna be in unbelief. These blind jakes. Like sheep to the slaughter. See, having a job and losing it, it is what it is, an unfortunate circumstance. But it's the mindset in the midst of it. It says to be jollity means lively and cheerful activity or celebration. With these jobs, man. I feel like they made it. I made it. Beware, Sirach 13:8. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I got a bunch of more scriptures I want to bring out. I may just continue this topic later. Got some parenting to do. All right, shalom.